The last few chapters have been absolutely crazy. Oda has been in his bag once again. And just when we thought things couldn't get any crazier, it has. In the latest chapter, it's revealed that the Blackbeard Pirates are making their way towards Egghead Island in the midst of all of this chaos. Now, before I talk about all the who, what, where, when, whys on the Blackbeard Pirates going to Egghead Island, there's one thing we need to establish. This fat man Blackbeard is an opportunist. Blackbeard is someone that takes advantage of opportunities as they arise, regardless of planning. And yes, I got that definition from Google, don't watch that. Therefore, I think that Blackbeard and his crew are aware of the current situation that's happening at Egghead, and they now decided to make their move based upon that. In other words, I don't think this has been planned by them beforehand. Many people believe that York may be working alongside the Blackbeard Pirates. York may have struck a deal with the Blackbeard Pirates similar to how she made a deal with the Gorosei, but I don't think this is the case. Both York and Blackbeard are two characters that portray the characteristics of greed and desire. And I just can't see two greedy people who desire everything working together. One of them will betray the other, they're not dumb, they both know this. Instead, I think Caribou is the one that's informing the Blackbeard Pirates of the current situation that's developing at Egghead. And based on this, a portion of the Blackbeard Pirates have made their way towards the island. Blackbeard is the person that Caribou wanted to report to. Now that we've established that, let's move on to who I think is on the ship. Blackbeard is definitely not on this ship. Not only do I think it's too quick of a change of pace for Blackbeard going from fighting Law to now ending up on Egghead, the Marines know of Law and Blackbeard's fight on Winter Island. If Blackbeard has defeated Law, there's no way the Marines will let him leave the scene so quickly. The Marines are patiently waiting for the fight to draw out and get to its conclusion so that they can sweep in. But two people who I think are definitely on this ship is Shiryu and Lafitte. Ever since Blackbeard made his move post Wano, he's gone to Amazon Lily, he's sent some of his crew to go to Whole Cake Island. We still haven't seen Shiryu or Lafitte in action. And this could be an interesting spot, but if you look closely at the Blackbeard Pirate ship, you can see that on the deck there's something that resembles a sword, which could be Shiryu's sword that we saw him holding and eyeing up like it's his wife. We still haven't seen San Juan, Wolf or Pizarro, but I don't think they're on the ship and I'll explain why. Number one, if San Juan, Wolf and Pizarro were going to Egghead Island, that would leave Hachinosu wide open. It would make Hachinosu more prone to an attack, and we already know Garp's on his way. Blackbeard wouldn't allocate more than 2 Titanic captains to Egghead, and him only sending 2 people to Whole Cake Island proves this. And number 2, I think that the combination of Shiryu and Lafitte is more than enough. When you're looking at the situation now on Egghead, you can see that there's a lot of chaos and a lot of battles. And instead of the Blackbeard Pirates joining in on these battles, I think the smartest thing for them to do would be to snoop under everyone's noses to get what they want. Essentially, I think that Shiryu and Lafitte will combine to use their stealth-like abilities to sneak into Egghead. I mean, there's a whole list of things they can steal from Egghead's laboratory, and they can definitely do so undetected. Lafitte literally managed to sneak into Marijoa under everyone's noses and past all of the defenses. Bro made it look so casual, like he was invited to the meeting. Now, before I say what I think it is that the Blackbeard Pirates are after, there's one more person who's accompanying Shiryu and Lafitte. Aokiji is definitely on this ship. There are a lot of things that are hinting at Aokiji's appearance on Egghead. Now, the last time we saw Aokiji was 10 years ago at Punk Hazard, which is another research laboratory. It may just be possible that we will get to reunite with Aokiji on Egghead, which is also of course a lab. But this connection doesn't just end there. There's a very good possibility that Aokiji is connected to Vegapunk, similar to how Dragon is. We know that the Admirals Fujitora and Green Bull already have an existing relationship with Vegapunk, so it's possible that the ex-Admiral Aokiji also has one. Another thing that connects Aokiji to Egghead is the incident of Ohara. The Ohara incident has already been brought up this arc, and Aokiji turning up would add more to this plot point and develop it further. We may get to see more of his side to the story, and we may even get to see his reaction to finding out that Jaguar di Sao is alive. I think it's obvious that Aokiji knows that Sao is alive and he's hiding out on Elbaf. I think that Aokiji purposely used the Ice Time Capsule attack on Sao to make it seem like he died, but instead he saved Sao from the rest of the Marines. And now it would make for a very interesting interaction between him and Robin after this information has been revealed. But I don't think it will be the only interesting interaction he has with a Straw Hat. Through Aokiji's arrival, Pudding's kidnapping may also be revealed to the Straw Hats. And the person that will be hit heaviest by this news is Sanji. Right now we're seeing a change to Sanji's powers and temper as a result of his simpiness and love. So if he's found out that Pudding's being kidnapped, he will definitely be enraged. He will probably even try to fight Aokiji. By the way, I know I said the Blackbeard Pirates would be low-key and wouldn't fight anyone, but this only applies to Shiryu and Lafitte, who will sneak in. The reason why I think the Blackbeard Pirates allowed Aokiji to tag along is not only for his immense power in case something goes wrong, but for his existing relationship with Vegapunk, which they could use to their advantage. Plus, the Blackbeard Pirates may already have intel via Caribou, who might be listening in on Sentomaru's conversations, that the Marines are turning up on their warships, so they want to bring Aokiji just in case they get caught out. After witnessing the devastation of the Ohara incident, even being a part of it, I'm sure Aokiji doesn't want something like that to repeat again, especially now that he's not in the Marines, he has the power to stop it. Aokiji can still fight off against the Marines and maintain his cover in the Blackbeard Pirates, and at the same time he's helping the Straw Hats and Vegapunk. But, depending on what it is that the Blackbeard Pirates are after on Egghead, Aokiji can still betray the Blackbeard Pirates here. We've already seen 2 big betrayals this arc, so Aokiji might even make it free. Aokiji's plan may have been to tag along with Shiryu and Lafitte so that when they get to Egghead he can corner them and make sure that whatever it is that they're planning to get doesn't fall into their hands. Now, what are the Blackbeard Pirates trying to acquire from Egghead Island? In the latest chapter, where we see York give instructions to the Seraphim, she says to make certain not to destroy one part of the lab. And I think it's this part of the lab which contains the thing that the Blackbeard Pirates are after. It's possible that Caribou is already seeking refuge in this part of the lab and he's informed the Blackbeard Pirates of what lies inside of it. And I think that this part of the lab contains crucial information in regards to the Void Century, in particular the ancient weapon Uranus. Now think about it, Caribou's already found out the status of Pluton and Poseidon. It would just make sense for him to find out the crucial information in regards to Uranus as well. This is the thing that the Blackbeard Pirates are after. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video here and I'll see you guys next time.